Alright, welcome to our very first video vlog. My name is Drew. This is Intro to Computer Sciences. And I'm just here to show off some neat things that we've started to talk about and learn in our computer sciences class. So the first thing we learned how to do is file management. So I have a thumb drive plugged in for my stuff between classes, and so in it we have our folder, our main folder for the class, and so far we've only really been doing image editing, so we have only one folder. And then our project poster, it's for a short film which we will be completing later. But as you can see, we have various folders: our background picture edits, screenshots, our final collage for the poster, and then our sprites. So we learned what sprites are, and we learned how to make them. So what we ended up doing, just going to go into one of them, is we learned how to take a raw image, for example this one. Let's see if I can, nope, that's as far as it goes, but it's a raw image taken straight from the internet, and then we took that into a new folder called edits. We took that same picture, and we edit it in GIMP. Give it a second to make the background completely transparent. And how you would do that is, for example, say wrong program, not using paint.net. So if I were to open this with GIMP, you would have just the normal picture. So how we actually ended up turning it into a transparent image is, well, step number one, you have to select the area that you do not want to be messing with. So what we did was we cropped the image by selecting the area we wanted to edit and just hitting the enter key, and that gets rid of all the stuff we don't really want to edit. But now we have to get into the specifics, so we used the little lasso select tool to drag around. You can use it like this, or you can draw. You can either do the clickies or the draw. I really wish I would have learned that you could do this with clicking, because I had to draw the whole way around, and I didn't even know you could do this. So yep, just get it nice and close to your picture. Just make sure you have less to worry about. Get around all the nice little details, and then connect right back to your start and hit Control I. This will select everything that was not selected before, or inverts. And now we're going to go up to the Colors tab, go all the way to the bottom, and hit Color to Alpha. And now we can add an alpha channel, which just is a little extra code that tells how transparent a pixel is. So our transparency threshold, we can screw around with that, but I'm going to have it at 1, so it's all the way opaque, and then just deselect all that. And now you are free to go in with your eraser tool and start erasing. You can mess with spacing, hardness, force, size, the aspect ratio, and the angle here. I generally kept it around 10 and 20 and just kind of went around the edges, hitting it up lightly. I mean, not as hard as that I'm starting to erase parts off, but eventually you would just pretend it's done, but then you would go to File, Save As, and then just keep the name, but now it has a little extension. This is kept so that we can still do edits on it later on. Yeah, just hit save. Of course, it already exists, so I'm not going to save it again. And now we have this. But now what we have to do is export it as a PNG. So just go back up to File, hit Export As, and it automatically does it as a PNG. And then you'd hit Export, and then save color values, and then you'd export. But there's already a file there with that same name, so just whatever. But then you would end up with a nice little transparent background. And you have to do 2 for this project, so I ended up doing 2. And you can see I have all the same stuff. And then our background was really just taking a picture and just cropping it to our liking. I tried to keep my poster in a 3:5 aspect ratio just so it looks nice. And then put all that in here and copy all these images into here. And then you end up with what looks like a finished movie poster. And then you, of course, you'd add text and who it's made by and just other nifty little details like that. And then eventually you have your final collage. Those aren't supposed to be there. There's nothing in the folders, but. And that's all we've really learned so far, and I hope to learn more later on. Oh yeah, we also had to learn OBS to record. Whatever, that's not important to the context of image editing. Anyways, I'm Drew, and that's our first vlog.